Ladies and gentlemen, it's Steve Sotelo here. I gotta be honest. I fucked up a lot. Um, if you're listening to this, bless your fucking heart. I didn't post an episode for like 3 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
What the
Much
hell?
to the chagrin of everyone. You guys didn't know, but I'm opening up to it. I forgot to post an episode every day or every week for 3 weeks. I started last week, so this is week 2. We're still alive, guys. We're still here. If you're watching every week on the live stream, bless your fucking heart too. But suffice to say, we're back, and we're better than ever.
I think so.
Yeah. Here with me is
Not sure
Ezra
why
and
I think
Amelia.
so, but I do think like we could be better than ever if we just, like from now on, we should make this a better than ever podcast.
How did we do that?
Maybe we should like think of what's good podcasting is murder, true crime. So maybe we should investigate a murder.
But doesn't that make us like everyone else? What can we do to have our spin on it?
Oh, okay. I guess we do a murder. No. That's not a good idea. No.
Oh,
no.
damn. Okay, never mind.
Me just vibing, just like, yeah, we could do it. We could do it one.
Who should we kill?
No, it's not one of us. I don't want to die because at some point there's like a very small, a very big chance that it will be me that is picked, and I'd like to live.
God
Yeah, if
damn,
I'm choosing
even
to
in
kill
murder,
either-
everything's even in murder, the topic of murder, we still find a way to bring it back to Steve.
Yeah,
Have
Steve
him
even made
talk
murder
how
about
he's
himself.
gonna be the first. Jeez, what if Ezra wanted to be
Imagine
the
if-
first one to go? What if I wanted to be the first one to go?
You're the one who is trying to pick.
Is that true though, Amelia? Or if of the three of us, would you rather die than see Steve or I die?
Oh no, absolutely. Steve should be the one. To go.
And legitimately, I would want to die first.
Yeah, I would hate to see my friends be dead. I'd much rather be dead than see my friends be dead.
Yeah, but see,
That's
that's
so
like
nice.
a selfish reason, Ezra, and that's beautiful. I would want to sacrifice because hopefully you guys don't have to commit another murder after. And I am a martyr, and that just makes me so much more of a better person. Like it proves that I'm a good person, that I sacrificed my life. Oh, you changed your last name to Ezra Martyr. Damn it. Well,
Yeah.
now we're
You
fucked.
said it right as I was changing it, and I'm like, oh shoot, I stepped on his joke. Darn it, I'm sorry.
No, it was actually quite
That's
genius.
very good.
Yeah.
Very, very well done. I love
Well,
it.
because I had Ezra Potter in honor of our 420 episode, which we're doing, of course, on 419. But
Hey,
They
the audience is
didn't
going to
know
listen
that,
to
Ezra.
it. The audience gets it on 420, and that's what's
oh,
important.
wait, the audience doesn't know that we do the live show on Monday. We got to tell our audience we do a live show on Monday.
Guys, we do a live show Monday nights. You could catch us on our Twitch, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on Twitter, I guess, as well. We have like a live stream on there somehow. They figured it out. Adam, bless your heart. You were the tech guy, and now you're gone. You're busy working.
Mhm.
And so you can find us anywhere. We always start the show Monday night, 7 p.m. And so if you're listening to it, bless your heart still, because you're listening to it.
Yeah.
And it's
I mean,
420.
look at
I
this.
hope you're smoking a doobie, or whatever they say. I don't partake.
Mhm.
But Ezra, you said you do, correct?
I have been, yeah. I used to do it a lot in college, and then I kind of didn't for a while, and then I kind of did for a while, and then pandemic, I was like, what am I gonna do, But I'm actually fresh out. I don't have any right now, and I may or may not buy some tomorrow. We'll see.
We'll see.
Dang, Amelia, do you partake in the green?
Absolutely not. I thought I was going to last year, You know, they really scared me when they said don't do drugs, kids. So
Did you have to see? Did you
didn't.
get like those dare presentations?
The one with like the robot or like the dog?
Yeah,
The
one with
lion in the really tight tee.
Oh no, I got a whole ass robot with the police like department coming to the elementary school
Dude,
saying
what the
like,
fuck?
"Hey, don't do that." Yeah, you would think where I live, they would have a whole ass robot for their presentations. I think it was for like I guess it was still maybe like the nicotine or the opioid epidemic was still like barely going down back.
I don't think
These-
so. You're 5 years younger than me.
But
So
that's the
like,
thing. The presentations that like those presentations stopped when I was like in middle school. So in elementary school, it was like 2001, 2002.
Ezra, did you do Dare?
There was definitely something in my elementary school. Weirdly, I don't remember a whole lot of elementary school or middle school, but I know there was some kind
you were
of.
too high to remember.
I was too high back then. I was sitting in the back of those dare presentations, just like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dog?" And I was talking to a dog, not saying the word dog. Yeah, no, I don't. I know there was something, but I don't really remember the details. Yeah.
Is
The only
Dare
reason why-
Is
Well, I was
Dare the one with the car crash and the?
No,
I mean, they
that's
talk about like, oh, it's someone
Is
who
it
got
in Dare?
drunk and then they killed
the drunk
someone.
driving thing.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
We did not have the funding in my high school to do that.
We did.
I know. you
And
did.
not only did we have the funding for it, if once we completed the Dare program, which was like we didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
We didn't have a choice. You had to do the Dare program. You were in school, and the officer came and talked to you about it. But once you were done doing this mandatory thing, they gave you like a trip to Shakey's
Well,
during bunch of lunch, like during their lunch buffet. So like
That's crazy.
us,
That's actually pretty cool.
we fucking we ate. We were eating, and like I just remember that, and I also remember another cringe moment in the attachment to that because like in our 6th grade yearbooks, like they do kind of like a senior thing where it's like, oh, these are the kids who are moving on, so let's ask them some questions, and each one of us had like, all right, what do we want to do? What are our dreams? What's our favorite moment from elementary school?
And you, of course, said host a cool podcast.
I actually said I wanted to go to culinary arts school.
Whoa.
And not just a regular culinary arts school. I wanted to go to the Art Institute of California in Orange County.
Whoa.
Suffice to say, I didn't go. But and also they were like, "What's your favorite show?" And I didn't know what to pick, so I picked like WrestleMania, I think. And then they're like, "What's your favorite moment from elementary school from Magnolia?" And we were asking the teacher, like, "Okay, well, what do you want us to put on here?" Like, he's like, "Whatever." He's like, "Can it be something like in the future?" He's like, "No, just do something that like already happened." Like, and I was like, "I've only been here for 2 years." Like I had moved, in 5th grade, and so everyone was putting down the 6th grade camp that was happening like 2 months in advance. My bitch ass put Dare graduation, and then I look like a fatty. I look like a fatty because it was like, oh, Shakey's. Like this little fat bitch likes to cook and wants to like the Shakey's.
There's nothing wrong with that. You found your passion and it's food. That's okay.
Yeah, but like I would have said like drama club because I was in that for like as soon as I moved. I should have put that. In hindsight's 2020, but I definitely looked like I was a weirdo kid. But yeah, that's my truth of Dare.
Wow. Wow, the part where we briefly touched on the car accident thing reminded me that, and this is not the most fun story, but my school. So just forewarning, this is a little dark, but my school did the like car crash thing to teach you not to drunk drive, but they didn't tell you what day it was going to be, so it was always a surprise. And then so one morning, a rumor started going around school that this girl had died in a car crash, and we all were like, okay, they're doing that thing. It was real.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was real. It was like a crazy day of school. I don't want to say any names, but because keep their privacy. But like, yeah, it was crazy. And like her sister was not at school, and nobody understood that was because it was real. We all thought it was like, oh, she's like, in the drama clubs because she was an actress. So we were like, oh, she's just like hiding out in the rehearsal room or something. No, it was real. It was a fucked up day of school. It was a really fucked up day of school.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That is kind of wild.
Now I'm thinking about the time that about my dare thing. Everyone had to write a dare essay. And I had nothing to say about it. Like I was like, I mean, I'm gonna do drugs and I'm gonna drink.
That was my dare essay?
No, but I knew I couldn't write a lot. I knew I didn't want to say shit like that. Like,
right.
They're like, what does dare mean to you and shit like that. But I wrote in my essay that what's going to keep me from making bad decisions is the fact that my dog got ran over by a drunk driver.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It didn't happen.
So you just made up shit for your dare essay?
Yeah. Well, so my dog got ran over like the year before.
Oh,
rest in peace, Ponko.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It happened almost 20 years ago. It happened like right after my birthday too. That's probably more what fucked.
It sounds like you really felt bad about that, and it was on your mind. And they were like, write an essay, and you're like, this is the thing that's on my mind, and I have to write about it.
If I wish I could say that. I really do wish I could say that, but it happened like a year before. I really was like, it was like a last minute essay too, because I was a little fucking asshole and I didn't do my homework on time.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wrote that, and then like my mom read it. She was like, "You can't say that," and I fucking did anyway.
I got your mom.
Because the whole thing was that like, all right, well, you write an essay, the best one, or the one that touches the most people, it goes to, like you read it in front of the entire assembly.
Oh, you had to read it out loud?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so I was like, for some reason, I was like I thought we were competing, so I was like, I gotta make the most sappy story.
Best story. Oh wow.
Yeah, and I thought that was gonna kill it, and it did not.
Yeah.
Jordan Perry, if you're listening, I still remember the last quote of your essay. She won. It was drug free is the way to be.
Oh man.
And that is the life for me.
Wow.
Yeah, right? Fucking killer line.
God, is she also notorious poet Mother Teresa?
No. No, she's some white girl who got pregnant at 17 and
Sir!
Sorry, Jordan. Yeah, I know you're not listening. You're too busy with your 8 kids.
Mother Teresa had 8 kids too. I think. I don't know a lot about Mother Teresa.
She had God's children.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, aren't we all? But also, she's a piece of shit, though, no?
Yeah, 8 people are God's children. The rest of us are just trying to get by.
Yeah, we're just like, fuck, we did not get picked. Like, Jordan Perry doesn't have 8 kids. I want to strike that from the record.
Just now, or you just
no? I recently looked her up, like maybe a year ago, just to see how she's doing. She was notorious for her resting bitch face.
Right on.
Oh my god! This started out as like, man, Jordan had the best essay, and then immediately it's gone to like talking shit about Jordan.
I'm not saying that she was a
I
bitch.
think you're jealous, man. I think you wanted to win
Still,
best
I'm still
essay.
reeling from the Dara say from
Uh-huh.
20 years ago.
I think so.
Well, you're right.
I know.
You're right. No,
That's actually why I don't really remember elementary school, because I didn't win the DARE essay, so I blocked the whole time
you
out.
took all the drugs and
You took all the drugs.
you were out.
That's right. Legitimately, I do think I don't remember elementary school and middle school very well because I smoked so much weed in college. That's the only explanation. My memory was good before that.
I believe that. I believe that that's true. Not you smoking, just like that weed and
Oh, it for sure does that.
drugs. Yeah.
Yeah, so happy 420, everyone. If you smoke too much, you'll forget your whole childhood.
Happy 420, everyone. Let this be our dare speech to you. That
Mhm.
like the moment that you have dare in your life,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't reach like the very top, just go right into drugs.
Yeah.
And then smoke them every 420 at 420, every day at 420. I'm sure that's the thing, right?
I think so.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, the 420 spot at my high school was far enough away that people couldn't possibly do it every day at 420, but I bet, because it was like this clearing in a forest that you had to drive to, but I bet that there was like another spot I just didn't know about because I didn't smoke when I was in high school.
Damn.
Yeah. Good story.
I don't. Well, it's like I like that story. I just can't relate to it because like I never got like. Well, there was like twice I got high in high school. But you know what I do, like all the time? I eat food, and that's something that like high people do.
Yeah, high
like
people
to
also
get the
eat
munchies,
food.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like Ezra, do you eat food?
I do eat food. Yeah.
Amelia, do you eat food?
Not so often.
Okay. Well,
takes a big bite.
for the podcast listeners, Amelia did put a Ritz cracker in her mouth. So yeah, ASMR.
You can't
Amelia ASMR.
She's trying to let you
I'm
listen.
trying to do ASMR. It's fine. It's okay.
You have to chew on the microphone for that to work.
Yeah, like
I also
open mouth,
already
like
should it open mouth it? No, I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, okay, I see.
yeah, Ezra Samar. That's what it was. Amelia Samar. Ezra Samar.
It's mostly breathing, but it sounds good.
It's fine. This is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted us to have like a tournament of like weed things, but I don't know weed things, but I do know food things, and people get the munchies and stuff like that. So for this show, we're gonna be doing a tournament where we decide what is the ultimate munchie food. I looked on this website and I got 16 of their like however many, because a lot of them were like repeats. Like, and I could have put all of them because they all deserve to be, but 50's too many. And a lot of them were like, oh, Ben and Jerry's this ice cream, Ben and Jerry's this ice cream, Ben and Jerry's this ice cream. It's like, all right, well, just say Ben and Jerry's then. Like,
yeah, I mean, the different flavors will be, different for different people, but like, yeah, ice cream as its own category, and then you pick your flavor. I think that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, and that's kind of what I did. Allow me to present the 420 Munchies tournament contestants.
Okay.
And these were randomly seeded, but I will discuss the matchups. Our first matchup is Pizza Rolls versus Taco Bell.
Okay, I just want to say, I know you said that they're randomly seeded, but Taco Bell as a 16 seed is insane. That is
I know,
a one
that's why
seed if I've ever
I
seen
had to
one.
mention that too, because that was, it's funny enough, that was the first thing I wrote. That was the first thing I put in, because I was like, aside from this list that, or like the website I was using, I
Yeah.
clicked on Taco. I wrote in Taco Bell first automatically.
Yeah, makes sense.
In our second matchup, chips versus Hot Pockets.
Ooh.
Okay.
Our third matchup, popcorn versus brownies.
Okay.
Fourth matchup, nachos versus Ben and Jerry's. Our fifth matchup, Chinese versus fries. Our sixth matchup, burger versus instant ramen. Our seventh matchup is Del Taco or pizza versus Del Taco. And
Okay.
our eighth matchup is cookies versus candy. These
Wow.
are our 16 contestants for our Munchie Mat. Fuck, I should have called it Munchie Mat. All right, the episode is
Well-
going to be called Munchie's Madness.
Okay. There's a very popular food podcast that does Munch Madness every March.
So
Fuck.
we can't
Well,
know that.
I don't know about that. And
Okay.
this is just an episode name.
Okay.
Fuck.
Cut that out. Edit that out. Edit that out.
No,
Edit that
I'm not editing shit out. This is organic. This is organic, unlike the food that is in our first matchup. Pizza Rolls versus Taco Bell's. Guys, what do we think?
Okay, I mean, for me, this is like hands down, no contest. Taco Bell. Pizza rolls, I've never thought were good at all. I don't like them in the slightest. They're terrible. Taco Bell is possibly the greatest fast food restaurant of all time. It's up there. It really is. McDonald's obviously has the historical crown of greatest fast food chain, but Taco Bell, God, it's hard to beat.
I can see that.
I-
I can see.
Amelie, what do you think?
Well, I do love Taco Bell. Like I do like to, eat it once in a while. I can also see how pizza rolls are a good munchie. Like Taco Bell's a whole meal.
Mhm.
Pizza rolls are for the munch.
No.
So are you gonna?
I love Taco Bell. I really do. I get it, Ezra. But I think pizza rolls are more of the
More of a
munch
munch.
category.
Okay, for sure. So all right. So we are tied 1-1, and I'm glad that there's 3 of us,
Me too.
so that I can give the final vote. And it's, of course, it's Taco Bell.
Yeah, duh.
The variety that you can get there, whatever fits. If you're a vegetarian, there's something for you. If you're a vegan, there's something for you.
Oh my
If
God.
you're a full-on meat eater, there's something for you there too.
Can I just say, if you don't eat meat or you're vegan and you haven't had the black bean chalupa, you've missed out on the greatest thing you're allowed to eat. It is amazing. It's so good. I was vegan for a short time, and it was the thing that like got me through that time in a way, because like I have a bad diet where fast food is a large part of it, and it was my only option, but it was amazing. So highly recommend.
Yeah, there's like
Oh,
websites that
funny.
devote themselves to that too.
Yeah.
So Taco Bell is verified the winner, and we'll go on to round or the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's the quarterfinals. The quarterfinals.
Quarters.
Now, our second matchup: chips versus Hot Pockets.
I'm a hot pocket girl. I really am. But if we're hold on, I'm thinking
You
if
can't be
we're
leading me on like that. Shit.
Wait, I think we should institute a final. Is that your final answer type
I'm
policy?
just-
So we can
you
just
know-
like talk for a while, and then you can say, "Is that your final answer?"
Okay.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I feel like if I'm thinking in the mindset of just like snacks and munchies, it
Mhm.
it would be chips. But I mean like hot pockets are another craving.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, I'm going with hot pockets.
Is that your
Final
final answer?
Final answer.
Okay. Ezra?
Yeah. I mean, this is interesting to me because chips is such a massively broad category.
Mhm.
And also interesting to me is that the two of you don't smoke weed, so this is a crazy thing to be doing. But but like when I think about Hot Pockets, the first thing I think about is burning the roof of my mouth.
Ooh.
Because
That's the best part.
that's the best part. Amelia. I did not know Amelia was a sadomasochist. I can't remember
Yes.
which one
And I knew this.
it would be, but no kink shaming. You do you. But or let somebody else do it. Whatever. But I can't vote for Hot Pockets because I feel like when I was like high, munchie style high, which I don't do that at all anymore, but when I did, like I couldn't be trusted to properly heat up a Hot Pocket because I burned myself all the time. And chips are just so like readily available that they're the perfect munchie snack because you just grab a bag and go.
Yeah.
Chips
All
is
right.
my final answer.
Chips is your final answer. I was thinking about this too. I like the variety in both because if I want ham and cheese or a breakfast pocket, they're there. Chips, very broad. I think about like Doritos,
Mm-hmm.
and how like the Cool Ranch, like those are a high person's dream. And I agree. I'm gonna have to vote chips through as well because of that fact of like, yeah, what's more readily available? Chips is always there, like, and they hit that spot, they add to the cotton mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, chips will be going on to the quarterfinals.
Can we take a quick pause and just discuss chips for a second?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite type of chip?
I do.
Steve?
Takis.
Takis? Yeah.
What about you guys?
I'm torn between malt vinegar chips, malt vinegar sea salt chips, and the Cool Ranch Doritos.
Oh.
Mm.
What about you, Ezra?
I can always have like a sour cream and cheddar Lay's with Ruffles, the one with the ridges. That's Ruffles has ridges, That's up there, but also just like plain kettle chips. Hard to
Yes.
I tend to go for like spicier chips. Like I hear kettle chips and I go like, oh, those jalapeno Mrs. Vicky's.
Mm-hmm.
But
Those
Miss
are really
Vicky,
good.
you're a bad one. You're a bad one for making those.
Yeah.
A bad bitty.
Mm-hmm.
In college, me and my pot smoking crew discovered these guac chips that they sold at the it wasn't a 7-Eleven, but it was like a convenience store around the corner, and they're unbelievable. They have like a little bit of spice to them. I don't remember the brand. I was too high to write it down. But back in the day, that was the chip for the Stoner
Ooh.
Boys.
Damn.
Have you ever
Jalapeno
found them?
chips.
No, yeah.
I'm sure I could. I've never really tried, but they're really
Not for like a sense of nostalgia. Like
Mhm.
nah.
that's
No.
fair. Always looking to the future.
Yeah, I'm always looking to the future. I want to find the next big chip.
Oh yeah.
I consider myself the Shark Tank of chip buyers.
Okay.
I'm
Then
wrong, but I consider myself that.
It's like you're the George Motes. That's like instead of like always like being fascinated with like finding the next burger or something like that, it's the next chip.
Mm-hmm. The next big chip, is it going to be a Frito or is it going to be a Lay?
Very true. I'm always looking for the next matchup, which just so happens for us
What a
to
good segue.
be. Yeah, thank you. I like doing those. Popcorn versus brownies. What do we think, guys?
Mm-hmm. Well, let me just say, as someone who one time ate way too many pop brownies and lost his mind, I can't vote for brownies in this category because brownies always make me nervous when I'm high because I always am like, is it pot? Can I don't know. So I'm going with the other option, popcorn, which actually is something that I love. My parents make like stovetop popcorn when I was. That's like a thing that
Ooh.
we always did, and now I do it, and it's so good, and you have control over it, and it's not like the gross like too buttery shit. It's like
Yeah,
just a little bit of good salt. Ooh, yeah.
that fake butter.
Ooh.
What about you,
Uh,
Amelia? What do you think?
I think I am gonna go with popcorn as well because I do have a brownie story.
Oh,
I think everybody
Yeah.
does. I'd love to
Yeah.
hear it. But let's get Steve's well and then go back to our brownie stories.
oh, mine's easily popcorn as well. It's readily available, and if I have munchies and I'm eating brownies, I'm gonna eat too many brownies and I'm gonna feel sick. So
Mhm.
popcorn is moving on.
Wow,
Amelia,
popcorn
please
is our
tell us.
first sweep. You thought it would
Yeah.
be Taco Bell, but it was
Ooh.
popcorn.
Popcorn.
It's amazing. Do we
Amelia,
want
what's
to tell
your
brownie stories? Do we have time for that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me do if I can do a really cliff note of it. Because for the longest time I was embarrassed by it. And now that I'm just older, I'm just like, that shit was so funny.
Yeah.
So my sister was in college. She was she had her apartment. She was over there for the summer because she had a job over there. My older cousin had a hookup. He's like, hey, can we all do this together? At least my sister, I'm not gonna say her name. My sister was like, yeah, I'm down, come over and you guys can stay the night. So I believe he got like 3 full bars for each of us. We didn't eat the whole bar, at least I didn't. My sister and I shared, I believe, half and then another half.
Whoa.
So like my sister and I had 1 whole half, but if that half was in half again, if that makes sense.
A quarter?
I believe, yeah, if we're thinking about it in quarters. Apparently with that type of brownie that we had, we were supposed to have taken a smaller dosage.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So I didn't know that. My sister, I learned, is more of like a quiet high. So she's just kind of like very observant. She was just like very aware of her surroundings. My cousin had done it before. I think he actually took a lot more than we did. And I was the last one to kind of feel anything. And then once I was there, I zoomed. There was Cottonmouth. There was just like everything was extremely funny. And then I started to get paranoid. I started to like the same way that I like zooped right into that feeling is the same way that I like zooped back down of like, what am I doing? What's going on? Why can't I feel in my eyes? Why can't I see through my ears? It was weird. It was weird. Didn't like it and hadn't done anything since. So
Wow.
Yeesh.
Wow.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why you wouldn't.
which is why I was thinking more of heading over to the smoke, to the little vapor.
Yeah.
If you will.
Because that's more
So,
controllable. You can figure out like, okay, you just stop smoking and then it goes away. But
Yeah.
once an edible is in your system, that shit's staying in there for
and I'm pretty
a
sure
while.
Yeah.
it stayed for a good 3-4 days afterwards.
Jeez,
Like,
really?
I do not remember. I went hiking the day after with my family. All I remember was getting to the place and then getting to the top. Don't remember anything in between. Don't
I think
remember
that's good
anything
though.
after.
For at least a hike. I hate hikes. So
I don't have to remember all those steps.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Can I tell my story real quick?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is like the end of high school. I didn't smoke weed until I got into college because I wanted to make sure I got into college because I somehow was like, if I smoke weed, I won't get into college, which, you know, is true for some people, but not for a lot of people. But so it's like the end of the year, and my parents were out of town, and I had a couple friends over, my good friend Lee and Chad, and then this guy Eli, who I kind of knew. And Eli and Lee smoked a ton of weed, and they were like, we're gonna make brownies, and we're gonna go see Transformers 2. It's gonna be great. We make the brownies, and we all have some, and Chad I don't remember how this happened, but somehow Chad and I were the only ones in the kitchen, and we're like, dude, I'm not feeling it either. So we finished the pan of brownies, which is a terrible, if you are considering trying brownies right now, do not finish the pan. So I drove us to the movie theater, And I don't know if you remember Transformers 2, but the way the movie starts is just Megan Fox on a motorcycle, and then she like finally gets to her destination and whips off her helmet and her hair goes. And at that point, when she did this thing with her hair, my head went up to the ceiling and like with her. And I was like, oh, I'm done. And I gave Lee the keys. And I was like, you got to drive home. I don't remember that movie. The next thing I know, I'm throwing up in the bathroom at Lee's parents' house. And he's like, dude, you ate 2 whole large popcorns to yourself during that movie. There was not a split second during that movie you weren't putting popcorn in your mouth. And yeah, that was horrible.
Holy moly.
Yeah, that one.
It's wild.
Those days.
I do have an edible story. I had an edible at Disneyland, and then I panicked, and I was also working there at the time, it was my day off, and they got a medical team out to see if I was okay, and I was like, I'm fine. And then they walked away, and I walked with them into the ambulance because I was like, nah, yeah, you guys gotta take me. I just didn't want to be public with it because they knew I worked there, and so I kept asking for water, and they were trying to get a needle in me, but I didn't have any veins to present, I guess, my body, and they're like, wow, we can't get a vein or anything like that. And he's asking for water, and we can't give him water. We could give him ice or whatever. And I was like, give me ice. And so they do. And then once they close the door, I'm like, all right, guys, I had an edible. And they're like, God dang it. Like, I wonder why you're thirsty. You got the cotton mouth. And they sent me to the hospital. I got a sedative. And then they
still sent you to the hospital?
Wait, what?
They still sent you to the hospital, even though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm already in the ambulance. And
once you get in, you've already.
Yeah.
So they sent me. I got discharged, and then my buddies and I went back to Disneyland. I spent the whole rest of the day there. It was good.
Wow.
It was just as good as our next matchup, which is Nachos versus Ben and Jerry's. Guys, what do we think?
Wow. Well, there's so many like layers to what nachos can be.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Get my 7-layer nacho chip.
Oh my
Great.
God.
So I mean, if I think about nachos and I think about what I would eat back in the college days as nachos, which is just a lot of cheddar cheese melted on top of a lot of chips, that doesn't sound very good. Ben and Jerry's sounds amazing, but if we're talking about like Taco Bell 7-layer nachos, then that's hard to top. Although I think if anything can, it's Ben and Jerry's Coffee Toffee Crunch ice cream, which is the greatest of all ice creams. So I'm gonna go with Ben and Jerry's on this one for the
Jerry's
Coffee Toffee Crunch. Yeah.
Amelia, what do you think?
I think just to go against the grain.
Of course.
Nachos.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with nachos.
Wow.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Wow.
I will be picking. This one's a hard one. This one's a really hard one. But I feel like it wouldn't be me if I didn't pick something sweet forward. So my vote will be going for Ben and Jerry's for finally our first dessert on the bracket, or going on to the quarterfinals. Ben and Jerry's.
Congratulations, boys.
Thank you. Oh no, I was like me. I'm Ben and
Jerry.
Yeah. This next matchup also feels like it's going to be tough. Chinese food or fries?
Yeah. Chinese food is so broad that it's really hard to vote against, because there are Chinese foods that are fantastic at any given time, but especially like for me as a high guy, back in those days, if you gave me a good like a well, pot stickers are Japanese, I guess, but they have a version in China as well.
Yeah.
But fries, I mean, come on. There's
Mhm.
no better than like a hot, good McDonald's fry. There's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than that. It's not good for you. You shouldn't have it a lot, but man, one good McDonald's fry right in your mouth, you're never gonna not want that.
So will your vote be for fries?
It has to be, even though, man, I love beef and broccoli. I know Mongolian chicken. I love a lot of different Chinese foods, but I'm not looking for a big heavy meal. I'm looking for a little bit of French fry.
Yeah. Amelia, what do you think?
This is hard too because I do love a good chow mein and fried rice.
I gotta order food.
That is the idea.
Biggest takeaway, yeah.
Is take out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with fries because the minute you started to describe a McDonald's French fry, I knew exactly what you're talking about.
Just the word McDonald's French fry makes your mouth water.
Exactly.
So fries is moving on. My vote, just to make a counterpoint to Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra, you said that there's nothing better than a McDonald's fry, and I disagree.
Okay.
There is something better than a McDonald's fry, and it is any sandwich joint, like a local sandwich joint's fry.
No.
Like the Hat or Tommy's. Oh man, they're thicker. They got more crunch to it. For me, that's my personal.
Do you mean original Tommy's hamburgers?
Yeah.
Those fries better than McDonald's fries?
I agree. Or I believe this. And we'll do a tournament on our favorite fry too. We'll do that in the future.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, you know what would
gonna...
make our podcast better is if we just were the Doughboys. Let's just do the Doughboys because they did this. But also like we should do it. And I guarantee you, blind taste test, you will pick the McDonald's fry as the best fry. I guarantee it.
It's just preference though. It's always just preference.
Didn't we kind of do this with you and Ed a while back?
No, that was a burger.
Burgers, right.
Moving on is fries. We should do a burger one. Speaking of burger, that is our next matchup. It is burgers versus instant ramen. What do we think, guys? This one, it's a matter of like convenience over just a fucking nice piece of meat hitting some bread. What do we think?
Do you mean like the one that, I mean, instant ramen, you say the one in the pot?
Like cup noodle or because here's the thing is that instant ramen, we live in like near the San Gabriel Valley, right? In the San Gabriel Valley. We know that there's 40 different types of instant ramen. All of us have a different preference. I love the Shin Spicy.
Me too.
Shin Black. I love the super spicy Korean ones that they make.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to say that like, oh, there's one for everyone. For listeners out there, it could be as simple as the chicken or the shrimp or the vegetable one from Maruchan. I wanted to expand it outward.
That's hard because I do love a good burger.
Ezra McDonald. For the listeners, Ezra just changed his name to Ezra McDonald.
As Ronald.
Read it again.
As Ronald McDonald. Sorry.
There you go. Okay. I mean, and I think I did that because of the McDonald's double cheeseburger with only ketchup and cheese. That burger, I mean, there's better burgers. I'm not going to go anywhere near claiming that that's the best burger, but when you're like stoned and you're ordering McDonald's, there is nothing better than that for me. Stoners back in the day would probably also order like a chicken sandwich or chicken nuggets and then not eat them. Wow. Because the burger's all you need.
Yeah.
Fries, of course. But yeah, and instant ramen is good, and there's a lot of good variety to instant ramen, and I definitely lived on instant ramen for a time, but I think because it was something that I ate to be cheap, it wasn't something that I ate to be like enjoyable when I was high. So I'm gonna go with burgers on this one.
Okay. Amelia, what do you think?
If I'm thinking of it of a munch, something that you want to munch on, something that you want to eat now and for convenience, the big key word, I'm going to have to go with burgers. But I love a good instant ramen. You know, there's a trend happening on TikTok where you make like an authentic Japanese style ramen and you like you cook it. I forget like what the term of it is, but like you cook it with an egg in it, but it's like a runny egg.
Boiled egg.
Yeah. No, not like the actual egg. You crack an egg open and you still cook all of it within the noodle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've been wanting to try that.
Oh, you like egg drop type? It's not egg drop.
Yeah,
soup, but
it looks like an egg drop.
Drop it in. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
not like
That was like, yeah, the ramen days when I was eating cheap. It was like steamed broccoli, egg, and like a green. I always had green onion around because I love cooking with green onion. So, and that's like a way to spruce up your cheap instant ramen and make it look good.
Yeah,
it's real good. It's real good.
So burger has 2 votes that will be going on. My vote does not matter, but I will be voting instant ramen just because, gosh, just like a spicy ramen. It sounds delectable. Moving on is burgers. So in the quarterfinals, we'll be having a very controversial very controversial matchup between fries and burgers. But before we get there, we have a couple more matchups we got to get through. Let's get through those right now. Pizza versus Del Taco. What do we think, guys?
This is a hard one.
Right.
Because if I can order food, like if I'm thinking about it in terms of ordering food when I'm high, I'm going to choose Del Taco. But if I'm thinking about it in terms of like the most versatile food for any situation, it's obviously pizza because pizza can't, I don't know that I can make a choice right now. I need to hear Amelia's opinion.
Well, I'm a little bit biased because I do not live around the area of a nearest Del Taco. The Del Tacos near me are the exact same distance to each one. So either way, I'm going out of my way to go to a Del Taco. The only thing that I like from that, so granted, I don't order from there that often, only like if I'm in the area. But they had a really good breakfast croissant sandwich. And I know it was good because what they did when they cooked the egg in the croissant, they cooked it with the grease of the ham that I ordered it with. And I don't know if you guys have done that. I don't know if you've done that like with your stuff, but it's just been a thing in my household because that's how my dad taught me how to cook egg or omelets. You cook your meat first, and then you take out your meat, and then you cook with whatever grease is left with the meat that it left over. So the minute that I like bit into that croissant, I was just like, this is it. This is exactly how I would have eaten it. Yeah. But the fact that I have to go out of my way to go to a Del Taco versus just the pizza a couple blocks down, no. I'm going to go with pizza. Yeah.
And I mean, I never even knew that Del Taco had a breakfast sandwich like that.
Neither did I.
Don't anymore.
They probably don't, but that sounded amazing. I mean, I'm into that right now. Like, what food am I going to order? I guess Del Taco. No. But I also like Del Taco. I wasn't in California when I was being a big stoner, so we didn't have it. And thinking about it now, if I'm being honest with myself, there's no like high guy who would choose Del Taco over Taco Bell,
This is
you would, I think not high. I make that choice almost every time. but high? No, I wouldn't. make
That's so
the choice.
true.
So I have to vote pizza on this one because Del Taco wouldn't be my high choice for tacos.
Very good. So
I love
pizza,
Del Taco.
pizza got the 2 needed votes to go on. My vote would have been or is for Del Taco, but it doesn't matter. I
No,
personally love the because growing up, I was near 2 Del Tacos. Unfortunately, they are very far now
Mhm.
from where I live. But gosh, just the the variety. So if you're wanting a burger and your homies want Del Taco, you still can get a burger.
Yeah.
You
And
still get
That's
fries. Their
wild.
fries, they're crinkle cut. They're still phenomenal.
the
Yeah.
Del
The
Taco
beans
burger
there?
is maybe the second best fast food burger. behind that.
I
Ooh,
agree.
Hot take, hot take.
I absolutely
It's
agree.
so good. It's so good.
I can't agree
me?
more.
To me, second rate is the McDonald's burger.
What's the number one for
Very
you?
fair.
Burger King, the Whopper.
Burger King. Yeah, there's an argument there. The
Yeah,
Whopper's very good.
very good.
It doesn't have the same like snackability because it is like big.
Yeah, I
Um,
do agree.
yeah. And we're just doing a Doughboys episode.
I
tonight.
want a Whopper now.
Well, immediately after this episode, we're all going to be voyaging out to get some food. But before we do
Seriously.
that, let's get to our last matchup. This is for the sweet tooths at home. Cookies or candy? What is your munchie the decision, guys?
You say candy,
Yes.
so I'm to
So
assume
broad.
it's like any kind of candy.
Yes. Like Reese's or chocolate or Sour
Yeah.
Patch Kids, Nerds Rope.
That's interesting. See, I don't think of chocolates as candy. I know that they are, but I think of like when I think there's candy and there's chocolates, you know, and I would consider a candy bar that's chocolate. But like candy, when I think of candy, I'm thinking about like fruit snacks, gummy bears,
Yeah.
Sweet tarts.
And I made these really vague or broad so that we can have interpretations of what these categories are, because you can have a fresh baked cookie or you can get Oreos or Chips Ahoy. And that's what my idea was for this.
Interesting.
Okay.
I do love Oreos.
I do love those store-bought sugar cookies.
Oh,
Why are
yeah,
those
baby.
so good?
Why are they so good?
They taste like plastic and metal, but they taste
And
Wait, like
like
the shortbread
cardboard-
cookies? With the frosting?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I eat it upside down, so the frosting is like on my
On your
tongue
tongue.
first. Ah!
Wow. Yeah. Those. I mean, I feel like cookies. Those cookies are all amazing, and then on top of that, all a molasses cookie. I mean, molasses cookies are unbelievable, and I've never. That is the best high like munchy memory I have is when my roommate in college got a bunch of molasses cookies from his mom, and he was like, I can't eat all these, you all should eat them. And he didn't smoke weed, and all of us were like, are you sure? Because we're gonna eat all of them. I remember like 11 dudes, and he was like, oh yeah, let me just take a few for myself. And then we devoured them because they were amazing. I gotta vote cookies just for those cookies alone.
Ooh, okay. So first vote for cookies. Amelia, what do you want to vote?
I'm gonna do cookies because of those fucking sugar store-bought cookies.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have another clean sweep. Cookies is moving on to the quarterfinals. Those quarterfinals are beginning right now. What a very hot 8 selections we have. Our first
We
matchup.
better speed run through this. We're hitting 55. And
Yeah, I know.
like a minute.
Let's go right through then. Taco Bell or chips, guys? What do we think?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
gets-
It's going to be almost impossible for Taco Bell to lose this. I don't know
I
what
know.
matchup they could lose.
I can't wait to see if there's anything that comes close. But Taco Bell gets a clean sweep. The
Taco
first
Bell
one
go.
of the quarterfinals. Its first one, surprisingly, because you remember we were saying who could beat Taco Bell, but yet in the first round, Pizza Rolls almost did it.
Well,
Yeah.
Moving on to the second.
Because what?
we should have a long discussion about Amelia's choice on that round, but we can do that off air.
Yeah. Popcorn or Ben and Jerry's?
God, I wish I could choose putting them both together. Can you imagine?
Is there a
that?
popcorn Ben and Jerry's?
Popcorn
flavor?
and Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah, just like a fresh hot popcorn kernel dipped in a little bit of ice cream. That would be amazing.
Ooh.
What?
But-
Okay. It depends on the popcorn because anything else sounds gross.
I mean, it's like dipping your fries in ice cream. It doesn't sound like it's gonna work, but trust me, it
It
works.
does. It absolutely does.
No. Well, I haven't tried it.
Or like a
Popcorn is just
frosty,
like-
because
It's
the
the
fries
same
that
idea, really. It's just like a little bit of crunch and salt on your ice cream. You're gonna like it.
it's why we all love salted caramel.
I do
Mhm.
not like salted caramel.
Oh,
All right. Well, it sounds like Ben and Jerry's is your decision then, correct? Amelia?
Yeah, actually, it is.
It's also mine.
I need
Popcorn's
to try
good.
this popcorn. Okay, no, vote first, and then we'll talk about it.
Another clean sweep. It sounds like as soon as we got past the first round, it is nothing but definitives
Gosh.
with
Well,
another consecutive sweep. Our third matchup. This is the one we might have to take a time on. Fries versus burger.
Yeah. This is a hard one because I very rarely get one without the other.
Exactly.
Mhm. But there is nothing better than a McDonald's French fry, and I can't in good conscience. If I went to McDonald's, okay, this is how I have to determine this vote. If I go to a place that has burgers and fries and I leave without burger, I could be okay. But if I leave without fries, what have I done with myself? I gotta go with fries.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because there's other stuff on the menu I could get instead of the burger, but I'm gonna also get fries with that.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like, yeah, like the side is the fries if you're getting a combo. For me, I have a tiny tummy.
Mhm.
I can only pick one or the other, burger or fry.
I love
Mhm.
how it took you 57 minutes to bring up the fact that you have a tiny tummy.
It's because it never mattered until now.
Mhm.
We were literally talking about food.
Yeah,
We
but I
have
can always
been
have
talking
something with
about
everything.
food.
But in this situation, in the sense of like, oh, like you can't have one without the other. For the last 4 years, I've only had that decision to make. And I've driven 30 minutes out of the way to get fries.
Whoa.
I've driven far. I'm not as far because there's more burger options around
Mhm.
to get just a burger. Burgers seem more reliable. But if I'm having to drive 30 minutes to get that one fry,
Well,
It's dedication.
and you know what that fry is?
I don't know what was it.
A Tommy's fry.
What? They're not good.
What makes them not good?
They're just like fine. They're nothing.
Do you know why you like McDonald's fries?
Because, well, no. I guess I don't really have a clear
Because
answer.
there's tallow. There's beef tallow in the oil, so when you're frying it, you're tasting beef in
Oh,
it,
interesting.
and it's adding an extra layer of that crunch because the oil, when you have beef tallow and you're heating it up a certain level, oh, the flavor, but that crisp, it's like frying in duck fat. I'll tell you this: you have never had a good fry until you've gotten a fry that's fried in duck fat.
Okay. I believe you. I haven't had that. I do think I've had a good fry, but I would try that for sure.
Well, no, yeah, I don't want to sound like an asshole. You've had good fries,
Well, it's a little late for that, Steve.
but your favorite fry will be one that's fried in duck fat. I guarantee it.
Cool. We haven't been mean to you this episode, so that seemed like it was out of left field.
Oh god.
It's just the ethos of the show. I'm supposed to make that joke.
Well, I
Um,
appreciate that you're trying to keep the status quo. Amelia, what's your vote?
Yeah, put a fries down.
Another clean sweep for our quarterfinals. Can we make it a hat? No, can we make it an entirely clean sweep round in our quarterfinals? We'll see. Our last matchup: pizza versus cookies.
Mhm.
That's a middle school party right there.
It's some of the parties I have right now.
You've got to stop going to middle school parties, Steve.
Yes, please.
Well, I mean, all right, so
Please.
think about it. I work with kids, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
there's birthday parties that are here at my job. The two biggest things that they sell at my work for those parties: pizza and cookies.
Oh yeah.
Pizza and cookies.
It's always left over, pizza and cookies, and we always eat pizza and cookies.
And they're
That sounds
so-
great.
they're so
I mean,
good.
This one's not hard for me because I know that I have a sweet tooth very rarely, and
Mm.
the high version of me does not have a sweet tooth. It's all savory. So pizza is there's not even a contestant. There's
Okay.
no contest
All
here.
right, Amelia, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with cookies because I'm thinking about my sugar cookies.
Mm.
This one is extremely hard because of the fact that we are tied 1-1 pizza cookies. I have to be the tiebreaker.
Mhm.
Pizza is always there. Cookies, you have to be lucky if they're around because usually
True.
for me, I've eaten them all already. Pizza seems more accessible, but pizza at some level is just whatever. Like it's just the same thing. Yet a cookie, if you've had something that really has touched your heart, and I'm an epicure, I've eaten them all.
Okay.
But imagining being extra stimulated while enjoying something delectable sounds amazing. But the best pizza I've had versus the best cookie are in completely different realms. I will have to pick cookies.
Wow.
Love that.
Wow. Have you had pizza from Masa of Echo Park? The deep dish?
Also,
Masa, M-A-S-A.
Masa, that's the Chicago style, right?
Chicago style deep dish.
I've been wanting to.
That will change your vote. That is the best pizza I've ever had, and it's amazing.
Go
best
get
pizza
it
I've ever
right
had
now.
Is Pizzeria Mozza
Change your vote.
in like that like West Hollywood
Yeah,
area or West LA.
that's good stuff.
Nancy Silverton, you're killing it.
hmm
But my vote will still go to Porto's.
What's the best cookie you've had? What?
Porto's Sprinkle Doodle, or I have a cookie girl.
Porto? Okay, listen. I don't mean to be.
Can I describe this cookie to you?
Fuck?
No.
Can I describe the cookie to you?
Yes, please do.
A brown butter sugar cookie.
Okay, I like that.
I
That's the whole thing?
Or yeah, that's all that's really needed. The flavor, the nuttiness of the butter mixed with that sugar cookie. It's you're essentially making like an enhanced version of a chocolate chip cookie, and you're removing the chocolate chips, and that for me is everything. I will tell you this though too. I have a cookie girl who lives in Rowland Heights. If anyone's
This is
listening and they
true.
want anything, any delectable cookies, you can add her at Sweet Things by Gabby. She makes a lemon crinkle cookie. So she makes a lemon cookie, like a lemon sugar cookie, and then she gets a hard coating
that
on
right?
top, kind of like a concha, and then as it bakes, it splits apart. So you're getting so many different textures: soft and crunch, tangy, sweet. It's my favorite cookie, and I just got introduced to it last year.
Wow.
But
sounds
in
amazing.
that sense, imagining that high, I would jizz my pants.
Yeah,
So please,
Well,
guys,
probably not. Getting high kind of decreases your libido a little bit.
Oh, absolutely, and I would have a panic attack first and foremost. Guys, we are in our semifinals. Can anything stop Taco Bell? Is it going to be this matchup right here? Taco Bell versus Ben and Jerry's. Guys, what do we think?
I mean, again, this is savory versus sweet, and in that matchup, savory is always going to get my vote.
Ooh.
There's that Ben and Jerry's Coffee Toffee Crunch, which I can't recommend enough, isn't better than a Taco Bell soft shell beef taco. That's the best thing on their menu. All the souped up stuff is good too. There's like chalupa, whatever, Crunchwrap Supreme. It's all good. But for me, if I can just get myself 1 soft taco, 2 soft taco, 3 soft taco, 4, I mean, I'm out the door.
Okay, Dr. Seuss. That was good. For the record, I would like to show that I am not a big Ben and Jerry's ice cream person.
We could change it to just ice cream for the moment.
Oh my god! No, we made it. Ben and Jerry's made it this far for a reason.
On
And
its laurels.
On its own, and
It
it's
did.
for that reason that I'm going to shut it down and pick Taco Bell.
And this is where we get another Taco Bell clean sweep because I also vote for Taco Bell. I think it's unfair. Taco Bell, as soon as they introduced the Cinnabon Delight,
Ooh,
it's not even a contest versus Ben & Jerry's. I don't want ice cream when I'm high. Do you know what I want? I want something to bust in my mouth and that's the sweet, creamy goodness of a Cinnabon Delight from Taco Bell.
Well, I hope you have that someday.
Moving on to our next semifinal. Fries versus cookies. What's our decision, guys?
I mean, I feel like a broken record, but if we're doing savory versus sweet again, I'm going fries.
I'm going cookie. Cookie.
Amelia's also going cookie. This is where I might have to change my decision as well. So I felt like the way that I described the cookie was so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But in this situation, what's going to fill me up quicker? 6 cookies or a order of fries? And I think that order of fries is going to get me there a lot quicker, and it's going to satisfy that saltiness is going to hit the spot with some ketchup or anything, some dipping sauce. Fries will be moving on.
Something to lubricate it. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, our final. Did Taco Bell have an easy road here? Was there anything that on any other or that could have taken it down in any other matchup?
For me, I mean, the only possible this matchup, Taco Bell versus fries, is the only one where I'm not 100% sure it's Taco Bell.
Wow.
Okay.
And I don't have an answer to it yet. I really have to think about it because I've said it a bunch of times. There's truly nothing better than that McDonald's French fry. Taco Bell has more variety.
Yeah.
Taco Bell has more stoner culture behind it, which, I'm not a part of that anymore, but when I was, it was fun. Man, this is a really hard one. And I don't want to vote first.
Well, thanks for asking me, Steve, the same question. I think if it was up against Taco Bell and burgers, I think I would have picked burger.
Wow.
Hands down. Yeah. As much as I like a good Baja Blast with my bean, rice, and cheese burrito, I would rather have a burger. And wouldn't you know it, that burger comes with fries. So
Yeah. I think Del Taco. If I really was hoping that we would get a matchup of like Taco Bell versus Del Taco at some point, hopefully it was near the bottom, because I would have easily voted Del Taco all the way. Just thoroughly on the idea that like I can't get a half-pound bean and cheese burrito with red sauce for $1 at Taco Bell. It's like you have to ask for like a super burrito or whatever. It's like, no,
Yeah.
I want this thing.
Yeah.
And I want it with fries. And boy. But that being said, this Taco Bell versus fry category, what if it's the nacho fries from Taco Bell? How do we feel about the nacho fries?
Guilty pleasure.
I never got into them. I've had them and they're fine, but they don't compare to anything else on the Taco Bell menu for me, or that McDonald's French fry. Yeah.
So
We
for
get
us,
it.
it's like the best fry that we know of versus our best order from Taco Bell. What's our go-to order at Taco Bell?
I like to get a black bean chalupa and 2 soft shell beef tacos. And when they had loaded potato grillers, I would get one of those too. They are not good, but they are it's weird. It's so weird.
You don't enjoy it, but you don't like it doesn't taste good, but it hits the spot kind of thing.
It's bizarre. Because I know as I'm eating it, it's a bad choice and I don't like it, but God, I love it. And that's my order.
Amelia, what's your go-to Taco Bell order?
My go-to order is 2 bean and cheese burrito, no sauce or no salsa, with a side of just cheese and chips, the nachos, and a Baja Blast.
Oh yeah, Baja
when
Blast.
They had it at the time,
Baja Blast for sure, me too.
Baja Blast for sure. And then when they had it at the time, it was like it was a quesadilla, but it had some sort of like chipotle sauce in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like cut up chicken breast. I don't remember what it was called.
I think that's just the chicken quesadilla.
But like it wasn't. Yeah. It had some weird sauce in it.
There was a different sauce.
I think it was a different sauce.
Like the creamy jalapeno sauce?
It might have been that actually. It was like a limited time thing only too.
Oh, okay. I customize a burrito there. I get the value bean, rice, and cheese burrito, and then I ask them to put spicy chicken in it. And then it ends up being this like it's like still a sizable burrito, and then that's it. That's all I get. And then for later on, I get a 4-pack of Cinnabon Delights. Which honestly, I need that bust in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm repeating this because I want that to be the soundbite for the tickety talk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I already wrote it down. So
yeah, just for that reaction too.
Really launched us into an innuendo bit for a while, which was fun.
And it was just you. I let you have that.
But here's the question.
I mean, Steve would wish that I would let him have that. Is that worth going for? I think that was worth it.
No, I'll let it slide. Is it just regular fry?
Say again?
Are we talking regular fries or are we talking like spruced up fries?
I mean, it's your favorite fries versus your favorite Taco Bell menu item.
Because if we're talking favorite fry, a regular fry won't hit that spot. Have you guys ever had carne asada fries?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
That or the hat over here.
Stop it.
Has chili cheese fries with pastrami.
Oh, my heart stops almost every single time I order that shit, but I still eat it. And then when you pair it up with a large Coke, barbecue in my mouth. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Wow.
There's this
I
place.
gotta try this hat place.
Yeah.
You need to. You do absolutely do. But like it's a $20 thing. So you order the chili cheese fries. I think that in itself is like $15, right?
Jeez.
I haven't eaten that because my tiny tummy. I haven't eaten it in like 4 years.
Okay,
so-
well then I think it has to be at least $12 to $15 because I get it with two of my other friends, and each time it comes out to like $42, and that's with the large Cokes that we get. Yeah, so it has to be at least $13-$12 for, and that's
Yeah.
just
Wow.
chili and fry. If you get the works like tomato, what's the other thing that they have? Pickles in it too.
Pickles and onions.
Whoa.
Pickles and onions. It stacks up, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Wow.
It's so good.
I think I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna use a carne asada fry as my engine
Okay.
for fries. And honestly, guys, listening, if you don't agree with that use, it has to be regular fries. Let us know on Instagram. Message us, slide into our DMs. I'll respond because I really want to have this dialogue. But for me, I'm finally going to go first, and I will be picking fries over Taco Bell.
Wow. Well, I don't want to be the tie-breaking vote, so I will go
You're-
next, and I will vote for Taco Bell. But know this: it's only because like the McDonald's fry would win in a one-on-one matchup with any Taco Bell menu item. But if I can have my Taco Bell order versus an order of fries, my Taco Bell order is going to hit the spot better than one
Yeah.
order.
Amelia, you are the tiebreaker. Your favorite fry, regular or special, versus Taco Bell.
It was going to be Taco Bell. And then the minute I started thinking about the hat chili cheese fries,
Oh,
game changer. So
wow. I got to get these fries.
you gotta get these fries. Yeah.
Amelia, are you voting for chili cheese or the fries?
I'm voting for chili cheese fries, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, just when we thought that the Cobra Kai in Taco Bell was going to sweep, we had our Danny LaRusso in the fries with its broken leg or whatever happened, doing the crane kick and winning. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Munchie Madness is French fries.
Where do you see it?
Oh, I mean, once the
Oh, you
bracket's
just
done,
say
it kind of goes away.
There's no like celebration image. because
No, and I
you
should
know
have
who's
thought
gonna
about
win.
that.
How could you make one?
I should have made one, but
How
I also
dare
made this thing like a half hour before we went live. So
Well, wow.
Well,
in the future, we know that we'll be doing a tournament on French fries.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a mukbang of just us.
we could do that. I really do want to do a blind fry test when we can get back in person because it would be too hard to execute over.
And we
Zoom.
could, we can definitely do that. Look, the CDC says that once, like everyone is vaccinated, they could all meet up now in like private
Mhm.
spaces.
Mhm.
My home is always open for anyone to come in. And as far as I know, Ezra, once you get that shot, you will be the last one.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And we can do this.
That'd be great. Yeah. The tricky thing is, as soon as fast food fries get cold, they suck so much.
Oh yeah.
So we have to find a way to make sure that they're like fresh for the taste test. But we'll figure that out. We can figure that out.
If anything, I'll rent like a truck like a
You're
van,
such an asshole.
and
Just
then we
shut
sit
up.
in there, and then we'll like drive to each place and then eat the fries inside the van.
Absolutely not.
Oh my god. I mean, I've always wanted to be forced into the back of a white van, so I'm in.
Well, I mean, it's not forced, it's optional.
I don't know. That was a weird joke. I'm sorry.
Also, we're allies. We're allies
We
here.
need. That's not.
Allies.
We need to end the show. We're not talking about allies.
we don't make any sense anymore.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Congrats to
Congrats,
French fries.
fries.
Let's do some quick plugs for everyone. You can follow Denzel at Sir Suavemente. He wasn't here, but he's fantastic. You can follow at Edward J. Rosales at Edward J. Rosales. He wasn't here either, but he's a great guy too. You can follow Adam Macias at Adam R. Mack. He's a great guy. He wasn't here today, but he's busy. Amelia, do you want to plug?
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Caras de Amelia, or you guys could hop on over to my Twitter at Amelia Whistles. Twitter, I'm a little bit more active because I like to talk about all these anime boys that I find and that I think are nice to look at.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Ezra,
Yeah, I am at Ezra Partier on Instagram, at Ezra Parter on Twitter. I have 2 shows that I have a bunch. I have shows a
you
lot. but,
definitely do, yeah.
shows
Yeah.
to plug specifically at Lester Pips on all the things is my Thursday night show, Apocalypse Tips with Lester Pips. That's like character stuff, like Comedy Bang Bang, very fun. And at Fake News _comedy is a show that actually Adam R. Mack, Adam Macias, and I put together a group of people who wanted to do news satire stuff, and now we're crushing it on TikTok. We're having
Yeah.
we just started being on the Pack Theater Twitch channel, so that is Fridays at 9 p.m. on twitch.tv/Pack Theater, and Lester Pips is Thursdays at 9 p.m. on that same channel.
Guys, it's a fantastic show. Get in on the hype. It's there. It's good every Friday. You can follow me at Steve_Sotelo. I don't really do much. But I'll watch your stories, kind of thing. You can look at my stories. It's a lot of social activism stuff. Not a lot. I'm not a social activist. I just repost stuff, just to keep the info going. And then you can follow us at Go Finger Guns. If you liked the tournament, if you had a different idea of who should win, your own munchie that you would reign supreme, let us know. I want to be proven wrong. I love disagreements. Maybe we'll have you on the show to tell us how wrong we were. Maybe we'll take you, if you're vaccinated, to go try our favorite fries with us. And have a good exploration there if you're in the Los Angeles area. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. I promise I will have this on 420. Good night, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Oh, good night.
Goodbye, everyone.
Good night and good luck. Smoke 'em.